Hello, I'm going to share with you one of our online resources. It's called SIRS Knowledge Source. Um, in order to access the username and password, I will go ahead and share this with you after the video, but the usernames and passwords are here below. And in order to access SIRS Knowledge Source, you have to visit library.pusd.org. That's up here. And then select your school site. So I'm going to go ahead and select Gary. When I select Gary, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom where it says Library Research and Database Tools, ProQuest/SIRS Databases. I'll go ahead and click on that. And the usernames and passwords are below. So Gary Library, and their password is Viking. So Gary Library, it's already there, and Viking. With this username and password, both of these products, eLibrary and SIRS Knowledge Source, they're available both on our network and off our network. So as long as you have the username and password, you'll be able to have access to both of these products. And so although eLibrary is very powerful, we are going to talk about SIRS Knowledge Source. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And so we all love Google, we all love Yahoo, but we want to send our students to a database where they could find credible scholarly information that's vetted. And so this is the perfect place. It's very user-friendly. You can enter a search or some text up here at the top, or you can browse through their trending pro-con leading issues. So right off the bat, we have electoral college, concealed weapons, healthcare reform, police and body cameras. So for example, electoral college, that's in the news a lot, and so we'll just go ahead and click on that. The reason why I like SIRS is right off the bat, we are going to get kind of like an essential question, an overview. Should the electoral college be preserved? We can go ahead and read more on that if we want. Below that, we're going to get viewpoint 1, viewpoint 2, with further information. Below that, should the electoral college be abolished? So I'm just going to go ahead and read viewpoint 1. The electoral college preserves the role of all states and their voters in presidential elections. Or viewpoint 2, the electoral college does not serve democracy. And so below that, we can continue to scroll. Over here on the left-hand side, this is going to show you the source type. So is it a newspaper? Is it a magazine? Is it a reference? You'll notice that with every article, you'll have the source, the date, and the Lexile range. If we wanted to, over here, we can sort by date, by relevance, by Lexile measure. So low to high, if we click this, it'll appear, it'll shift the Lexile measures from the lowest to the highest, or vice versa if we hit high to low. I'm going to go ahead and scroll up here back to the top. Notice we have critical thinking, timeline, and research guide. So if we want, we can go ahead and click on that timeline. And so this is going to give us a timeline of this leading issue. And it's going to give us background, and then electoral college all the way from 1867 to 1883. We have a political cartoon over here on the right, 1897. So we can scroll through this timeline all the way down to 2015. And if we want, provides the citation both in MLA and APA. So we can go ahead and copy those and paste them right into our document. I'm going to scroll all the way back up to the top. If I wanted to use this timeline, this is the reason why I like SIRS Knowledge Source. If I wanted to use this timeline, I can go ahead and add it to Google Classroom. Notice I have my Google Apps account linked up here at the top. I did that prior to starting this video. So you're going to have to do that if you want to use this Google Classroom feature. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on Add to Google Classroom. And from here, I'm going to choose my class. So I'm going to send this, since I'm a librarian, I'm going to send this to my librarians. I'm going to choose an action, just ask a question. Click Go. And right here, please read this and give me your thoughts, question mark. I'm not going to give it a due date or a topic, and then I'm going to go ahead and click Ask. And so this is posted to my classroom, straight from here, straight from the SIRS Knowledge Source. And if I want, I could go ahead and I can view this And so it will appear in my class. Please read this and give me your thoughts. And so it has the link, and it'll go directly to that SIRS knowledge source timeline. But enough about Google Classroom. I'm going to go ahead and close that out and go right back to that timeline. If I didn't want to add this to my Google Classroom, I can just go ahead and save it to my Google Drive and view that later. So I'm going to go back, click the home button in the upper left-hand corner. The first thing that I clicked on when I was talking about SIRS knowledge source was the pro-con leading issues. These are just the popular ones that are trending. You can view all of the issues if you want. If not, you can scroll down. And these are all of their pro-con issue categories. So right up here at the top, these are all issues A to Z. If we want, we can select business and economics, civil rights and liberties, communication and technology. And notice when we click on all of these issues, you're going to get the ones in green with the star. Those are main categories. Below that are the subcategories. So for example, let's go ahead and click on a main category like censorship. Again, this is the reason why I like SIRS knowledge source. It's very easy for students to use. So we have censorship. It's going to give us an overview. And then from there, we have essential questions on censorship for students. So art censorship. Is it okay to censor certain works of art? Filtering software, journalism and school censorship, violence in mass media. And then below that, again, it's going to, what will appear, all of the source material for censorship. So we have all of these different source types from newspapers, 734 newspapers, 93 magazines, only 3 primary sources, and 164 multimedia and statistics. So if we only wanted to look at multimedia and statistics, we can go ahead and select that. And now all of the multimedia and statistics based on censorship. And so number of challenged books, I like that as a librarian. And so banned books, the number of books facing expulsion from U.S. schools and libraries increased more than 30% in 2006. And this is from the Associated Press. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. If I want, I can save this. I can email it. I can download this. But let me just go ahead and click the back button and go back down. Again, so everything that's appearing here is multimedia and statistics because that's what I selected. I can scroll down even more, but I'm not. I'm going to go ahead. This time I'm going to select newspapers. And so now everything here will be a newspaper. So let's pull one of these up and let's see what they look like. So why Twitter can't shake its harassment problem. Again, this is all dealing with censorship because that is the main category that we chose. And so again, this is dated August 24th, 2016. So it's relatively new from the Wall Street Journal. And we can go ahead and scroll down. Let's say the student finds information that they like, that they need for their current events or their research paper. They can scroll all the way down. They can get a summary at the bottom. The MLA and the APA citations are there. They can copy them, paste them into their document. I'm going to scroll all the way back up. If the student wants, because the student has their own Google Apps accounts, they can save this to their drive, or you as a teacher can add this to Google Classroom. If you want, it has the features up here where it will read the article to you. Let's see if this works.
Newspapers Lexile Measure, 1230L.
Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and stop that. Just know that that feature is there. Last but not least, because I'm in a hurry, I'm just going to go ahead and type in some text. There was a science teacher that I was working with who really wanted to focus on ocean acidification. And she couldn't find anything online. And so I'm going to go ahead and type in ocean acidification. The reason why is because that was a very specific topic and she couldn't find anything on Google as it related to that. And so notice we have, this is your ocean on acid. I'm just going to go ahead and click that really quick. And with this, we are provided with a graphic that students could use for their research. And so we can scroll all the way down to the bottom. There's more graphics. And notice we will get the MLA and the APA citation. And so I'm running out of time, but if you have any questions, you can go ahead and email me.